Hello YouTubers, welcome to my channel Try It Yourself. Today's project, this patio set that my wife bought from Amazon. I'm not quite sure on the price at this point, but I think it was like around $270 or something like that. Supposedly I believe it's a 4-piece set. I already pulled the pillows out of it, but it comes in 2 boxes like that. One a little bit longer, one square. So obviously it comes disassembled, so we'll see what it's all about. So it looks like each box has individual hardware. I see over here just bolts and washers with a very basic manual. Shouldn't be too much here to put together. Each part has a marking, like this one has a C, so it's like, I'm guessing A, B, C, D, so it should be very easy. And over here places like that have a holes, so bolts goes through here, and on the other side it should be look like a tube with like a either threaded or welded knot. So yeah, shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so I have, looks like it is a 4-piece set. 2 single chairs, 1 double, and table. So this square box contains 2 single chairs, and basically it has 4 parts. So A, B, C, and D. So super easy so far. So let's see how it's gonna go together. Don't see any holes yet. Okay, so basically you use just the bolt and the washer, and you have 2 threaded knots over here. This is your elbow, whatever, the side of the chair. So you have 2 here, 2 up front. So it doesn't really show what you do first, what you do second. So I'm gonna start with the back. At this point, I'm just gonna start it up. Not gonna tighten it up. So each side has two bolts. So if you look at the hardware, you actually have 4 longer bolts. Looks like it's a 45 millimeters, and you have only 4 of those, and you have 16 of the 35 millimeters. So the longer ones you use over here, where basically the whole weight is going to be, this is like your sitting part, and you connect your sitting part, which is part C, and part D, your back, and everything else goes with the shorter one. So you always put a washer in between. You have a slotted hole over here, like here. So you have a slotted hole, you put the bolt through there, and you have on the other side it has a welded knot in there. So fairly super easy. So basically at this point I gotta tie it up together, or maybe gonna put this on top of it, and so it's tied up together. But that's how it goes. Or maybe we'll see, maybe tie it up one side and then flip and do the other side, because it's not gonna be very convenient to actually go up. But yeah, basically that's the only tricky thing, to look at the bolt lengths, and part C, which is your sitting area C, and your back, which is D. those 2 long bolts goes over here, and then I have 2 more over here left that goes on my second chair. So pretty straightforward. As you can see, it comes with all of the parts, has Allen wrench, and that's pretty much the only tool you need, just the Allen wrench, and that's all you need to assemble. So that's what it looks like. Obviously, there's a pillow over here. So, but pretty cool looking chair. So now we're going to do the second one before I go to the double one. Well, so here's the problem I discovered inside the big box. The glass table was not protected at all, and right there all of the glass just shattered inside this box. So we'll see how Amazon will handle this problem. So right there, I don't know, I don't see any like a square box even to protect all of that. I mean, just, I don't know, either just throw it in there or something, but normally glass comes like in some kind of cardboard separate box or something. Well, I don't see it here, so I already took it apart. But the second package contains 3 lengths of bolts, super short ones, and those goes for the table. So even though the glass is broken, I mean, I gonna put it together. Oh, look at that, one piece got all the way over here. The good thing, I guess, about this glass, that it's tempered, so it comes into, still can cut yourself, but you know, you're not gonna cut yourself real bad. So it's the same structure, same kind of glass as your windshield. So this goes for the table. I leave that be, but same weight, except over here you have 3 long ones, because you have, instead of double bolts, this is a double chair, so you have 3 holes, one here, one in the middle, and one on the other side, and the other one basically exactly same, basically very similar when you put the 2 single chairs. So just a little bit awkward because it's a little bit bigger. You always start with bolts with your hand because you don't want to mess up the thread. And it's a cool thing that the holes are slotted, so you have some room to play. It doesn't have to be like super exact, but when you get to the point that you actually ready to tie everything up, yeah, see, you have to find the thread, because if you go with a gun right away you're gonna mess up. But anyway, even though it's slotted, you still want to line up the edges over here on both sides. Well, I have a problem. So maybe maybe it's a good idea to actually, no, it is okay. I just have to, I didn't quite hit the thread. I thought that this thread is messed up over here, so no. False concern. You just have to hit the hole at the right angle, basically. There you go. When you tilt it, the seated part from the back a little bit, goes in really easy. Okay, so now make sure that it's lined up. Okay, just like that. Now we suggest to go, which I don't think I like that idea. I think I'm gonna go the same way as because you know, you put too much pressure on the bolt. The way they suggest to go to lay on the back, so I'm gonna go the same way I put the single chairs together, just like that. And we'll do one side at a time. Gotta make sure the hole is clear. Those plastic straps, and this hole is covered. Go. Just like that. So now I have a double chair. And now the last piece of this set is the table. The way it goes, the shorter bolts, so 4 legs. It has a, basically if you're gonna mount, so they bend out. 2 shorter bolt goes over here into this table piece, and then 4 bolts over here will go over here into this bolt, and it will attach this like a shelf type of thing. So the glass that got shattered actually will be, you know, when you flip the table, there's a rubber bushings over here, or rubber padding, whatever. The glass was supposed to lay on top of that, and I think that's how it got shipped. They just put this straps but nothing protect the edges or whatever, so I'm not exactly sure what touched that glass in the road. But so this is another easy setup. So just 4 legs, tied it up, and then put the, I'm guessing it's actually gonna go a little bit like this, so not out, but judging by this plate, and it goes bent like that. But it will show itself when I'm gonna start tightening this together. Just like that. So here's a few notes about this set. Obviously 4 pieces for $270, that's fairly cheap. So you have to understand that they figure out everything. Like, these pillows are designed to basically distribute your weight on this chair. You know, I wouldn't recommend to sit on it, because if you think this is a metal bars, no, this is plastic. So across, side to side, all it is, this is just plastic. The framing, like on a double seat, just to hold the support on the corners. And this over here, just a plastic strap. So you gotta watch it. You know, I wouldn't basically I wouldn't jump on this thing. I wouldn't sit without the pillows, because like I said, the pillow is actually not just to make it pretty and soft, but this is part of the design. When you sit on a pillow, you distribute the weight over the larger area, and it will last longer. Again, I'm not sure how long they're gonna last. I mean, the frame itself is made out of pretty much 1/4 inch tubing, which that thing I'll know will last forever. But the plastic, well, not forever, but a long time. But the plastic is, you know, plastic is plastic. And another thing, if you're using power tools like I do, you gotta be careful. Those bolts are not too hard and really easy to strip, so you gotta make sure your Allen wrench bit sits really deep, or you can do it by hand with the Allen wrench supplied with this, included with this set. That way it takes a bit longer, but there's no way you're gonna be able to strip that. And remember, you have to start every time by hand. So this set actually had looks like, after I done, I have 3 washers extra. There's no extra bolts, so remember that. If you screwed up, you're gonna have to go to the hardware store and buy your own. They have extra washers, at least in my sets, but no extra bolts. And I guess last recommendation, check your glass as soon as you receive this. because in my case it arrived just like that. And I know I wasn't bumping this box. We actually, two of us super gently carried over here to the garage, and I mean, I would hear when this glass breaks, it kind of have the like explosion sounds. You know, you cannot take that sound for something else. I mean, miss whatever. But anyway, so that's this table set from the Amazon. Table set, I mean the patio set with the two singles. I'm gonna set it right here in a minute in the patio to show you what it looked like. And another thought, now that I saw how easy this glass breaks, I think it depends how the Amazon will handle this, but I think I will, instead of glass, I'm gonna find I didn't measure what this opening over here, but I'm thinking going with some kind of colored plexiglass. That way it's gonna be 100% crack and crash resistant, rather than glass and wait until something else will basically just destroy it. And being outside, I don't know how useful the glass table is. So that's how this set looks assembled. Pretty nice, I'd say, for the $270, but keep in mind of the possible problems. And one last thing, this double chair, in my opinion, is good only for me and maybe a cat. I don't think this would be strong enough to sit over here, two adults, so just keep that in mind. When it's new, it probably would hold, but I don't know, it stretches a lot. So single, I was trying the single ones, those are fine, but the double, I mean, if you have a pet, so this is a good place for yourself and pet. So that's the review and assembly of this set. If it was any useful for you, shoot me a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.